Hello everybody, Andrew and Gray here for another Heroes of the Storm. I just noticed the microphone level, not the microphone levels, the webcam levels are a little bit low, and that's probably partly because the sun's just gone in, and because I have a window over in that direction, the light comes in onto my face and I have to adjust the levels pretty much each time accordingly. So apologies that it's a little bit dark. We find ourselves as LiLi on the Cursed Hollows map with a Gul'dan, a Shen, a Raynor Rexxar against an ETC, a Gul'dan, a Tyrande, a Kerrigan and a Tyrael. We are going to go for a... who have they got? The Kerrigan's auto attack. Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to go with Protoss, I think, in this case. We just got to be careful. We've got nobody down bot, which is interesting of itself. And we could probably do with some presence down there. So, with LiLi, idea with LiLi is to stay on the back as much as you possibly can, and just hold down and spam your Q, basically. That's the idea. As I say, I'm surprised there's nobody down bottom, because then we're not getting the XP from bottom. Gul'dan coming and helping us out. LiLi in the early game is very mana intensive, and we should let people know we have not got a lot of mana left. And then we're just going to go and I think we're going to recall. Again, I don't know why we're leaving bottom to just be undefended. Rexxar's getting top. I don't know. Quite frankly, no idea. And it's really dark in here. I do apologise that the camera levels are a bit rubbish. The majority of the team just really wanting to do that mid. Rather than actually... And this is the problem, in that when we're coming up to a objective, everybody is all of a sudden unable to participate in the fight. Rexxar is zoned that quite well, so we'll put in an E there. We do need somebody to go and do bottom, you're absolutely right, but it's quite difficult. Kerrigan's down there, so we're going to lose that. As you see, I'm doing LiLi positioning easy. Right, it's important. It's not particularly easy, but it's important. The idea is you always stay in the rear, essentially. We're going to have to go down and do something against this. We're going to go with our... What did we go for? One? Yeah, we probably shouldn't have done. Let's go with Mending Serpent. Now, because we've got nobody down soaking bomb except for me, we need soak bottom then, please. Basically, you need to soak all on. You can't just decide. Okay, somebody is. We need somebody down here to soak as well. We can't just basically leave it for the enemy team to have uncontested. There we have Raynor coming down. And you know that there's a reason why there's 3 lanes. Yes, you can, but we're pre-10. We need to soak. There's no two ways about it. Let's throw that out to our good friend Raynor, and then we'll do a blind there. Okay, and then
must capture them quickly.
We've got Raynor doing that. We're going to go and help our Rexxar and Shen out, who are coming down from the top there. And again, just got to be a little bit careful. If you haven't grasped the idea of the map already, it is to basically capture these altars when they arrive.
Take the altars.
The way you capture the altars is just by channeling them. Once you channel, then you get projectiles which go out onto the enemy's core. The number of projectiles is determined by the number of keeps or towers that you have, keeps really, that you have in your possession at the time. Not a lot I can do there, I'm just holding down my Q button basically. I have no mana left, so we're going to need to go and get some of that. And we are going to get Peter Brews cost less mana. Rexar is already calling a game. And I have no mana left, so I am getting out of there. We'll let the enemy team know. Then we will retreat back to the core. So, as I was saying, the idea is you will have one or a collection of shrines, altars, which come up periodically throughout the game. The idea is to capture those. They fire projectiles across to the opposing team's Chen, just dying there for no real reason. It's the enemy's core, and the number of them that you projectiles that you get is purely based on the number of keeps you have in your control. That is why pushing is also important. Oh, Rexar is well out of position as well. Reina. There's not a lot I can do here other than to hold down our Q and let them get out of there as much as possible. In comes our Gul'dan. We are not going to get a lot done here without any damage. The enemy team doing quite well. Let's throw out our E, which is our blinding attack. What he does is send out some of those vortices that you see, and he just blinds everybody it hits up to 4 with the correct hand, meaning that any auto attacks will automatically miss. Our Q ability throws out a jug, which is our heal, to the nearest ally with the least health, and does a bit of healing on that. So you can't actually target who it heals. It just goes to the one who needs it the most. Our W puts a serpent on an ally who then does auto attacks. They're not overly powerful, but there we go. We need to get out of Kerrigan's ult there. And we're just taken down by the Fells, by Gul'dan there. Okay then, hopefully you can still see me on webcam. Let's have a look at my inlay. Wow, it has gone really, really dark. Again, apologies for the levels on the webcam. The sun literally went in as I was queuing time to adjust the webcam levels. The windows there, I've got a light literally there, so it does need adjusting fairly frequently. Yeah, we need to get tenure absolutely right. Let's go down bottom and soak that. We do have a Kerrigan down here, so we'll just throw out a heal. We'll put a wave serpent on us as well. In comes to Ronda, and we will just, that is absolutely fine. We'll just get out of that. We're going to go with Jug of 1,000 Cups. What that does is a channeling ability, and essentially it just throws out our Q ability in an area around us, and heals people. So it's a rapid Q essentially. Let's go up and help our Rexar and Shen, who seem to be struggling a little bit on mid. Let's put let's throw out our blinds on those two just to do a little bit of damage. Okay, we'll mount up, and it looks like our bottom is needing help. Not a lot we could do there. Let's pop our heal and hopefully save Rexar. No, we could not. But our Chen is down here. We're going to have to put out a serpent and just, like I say, just stay out of the fight as much as possible. There's far too much damage going on here. We need to get out of the way. Let's put a blind out so they can't do anything real here, and we'll just go that. We don't want Gul'dan to do too much. There's not a lot I can do without the rest of the team, so I'm not going to contest that whatsoever. Okay, let's mount up and have a look at the situation. Team is spawning. We've got a good push going on in mid. There's Turtle, so we'll just blind him. And there we go. We should be able to do a little bit of damage. He's escaping, and we don't want to go into the midst of the enemy team, really. Although Rexar decides that he probably should. Let's put Serpent on him and hope for the best. I am busy trying to heal, but it's very difficult. We are going to have to pop our ult to keep these two alive. I've been stunned, and then I need to get out of here very, very quickly, and we're going to recall because we have no health. Okay. Our Raynar, for some reason, is just doing a camp by himself at the top rather than being with a team, which is an interesting strategy in and of itself. Let's try and help out our Chen a little bit by keeping him healed. We are going to go and Shrink Ray. Shrink Ray is an ability where we're going to be able to shrink the enemy down. Basically reduce the damage by 50% and their movement speed by 50% for 4 seconds. I am going to stick with our Chen here, who seems to have the most idea of what he's doing. Okay, ideally we'll want a couple of, one maybe two people down the bottom and the rest of us up top, because the top has 2. So therefore, if you get both of those, wow, we are going to pop our ult in the hopes that we keep most of our friendlies alive. And then we're going to blind everybody. That Fellstorm is doing a lot of damage. Let's one that the enemy healer. We'll keep our Q and then we'll blind as well. Okay, we managed to get through that. Oh. Okay, they do have only a few people. So we should be able to get 1 or 2 of the altars here, which is what we desperately need, and we might get all 3 if we're really, really lucky. Rexar just standing around there from what I saw. Let's throw a W out on Gul'dan. Yes, we managed to get all of them, and we'll hit our Qs. We have no health left, but we'll keep our Q held down, and we'll stay as close to the friendlies as we can. We'll put W on Chen. Gul'dan has no health, but something big is happening down here. We need to hit our R and help out our friendlies. Probably not going to be quite enough. We're going to hit out our E to blind the enemy team doing their health. We're going to do that, and then we're going to hit a 1 Shrink Ray out on Kerrigan. Okay, just couldn't get our heals out in time for our Rainer there. Oh, we're getting really low on mana, so we've got to be careful as well. We'll let the enemy team know. I'm going to have to recall to get some mana, basically. So in all this mess, hopefully what you're gaining here is that I'm staying on the back line as much as possible, only going in to hit an E, and we're just holding down the Q and doing steady heals when we need it. We are going to have a Cloud Serpent when we cast it on our eyes as well. So I think I got the healing on that if memory serves correctly. Yes, it does. We need to do the whole Kerrigan thing here apparently. As in we need to get rid of it. Let's throw out some flies so they can't do any damage. Let's throw out that. And let's throw out our ultimate so we can heal our friends. They didn't like me doing that, and so Kerrigan stunned us to prevent us from channeling our ult, basically, meaning our team lost out with some healing there, but we have managed to push them back by the looks of it. We've got 2 altars, mid and bottom. And what we want to do is just capture those, really, ideally. We are slightly ahead. I'm going to be up in 20 seconds, so I'm going to be late to the game, as it were. And we have lost, so basically when the enemy captures now, they will have one for each of these 3 buildings, their core and this building, so they're going to knock 5 at a time off our core health, which is not ideal at all because we let that bottom building go. We have lost a couple of members of the team now, and we are not going to manage to do this. We're going to try and get in here and help out as much as we possibly can. Let's put a blind out there, and we'll put that as well. Let's hit our ult too late, basically. Not quite sure where everybody's going. We'll hit a 1 to get Kerrigan down. We are stunned and we are going to die. I'm not quite sure what Reyna is on about. Yes, we do need to capture that, but there's no way we could do it. Really, 2 of us against the entire enemy team. I would imagine Reyna is one of these people who's going to have something to say about it in a moment. Just the feeling I get, especially since... Oh, I thought he was standing still for a moment, but obviously not. We will go and help our Rexar on mid, I think, because it looks like Reyna's got that. And to do that, we'll throw out a wave serpent so we both get one, and we'll just come in here. Oh, we can heal Nisha. Well, that's good, isn't it? So we'll just hold down a Q and help Rexar and heal his pet. We'll throw out another wave serpent. I'm not overly fussed that we're getting hit. Oh, and here comes the enemy team, so I'll just blind all of them. I'll throw out a W on Rexar. There we go. Take care of that. So what's the next move? They're probably going to push against bottom again. There's no point of them pushing top except if they go for that mercenary camp, which is a likely scenario. So we'll just pop our ult there because we almost died. We'll give our W out, and then we'll just do some blinding ones here as well. Rex are well behind enemy lines there. Let's throw a W out and our Gul'dan, and also make sure that is absolutely fine. And just make sure Q's are being held down, and we're just wiped out there by the combination. We were a little bit too in the middle of things there. We should stay back a tad. We're going to lose that altar as well because basically we're all dead anyway. There's no way we could take that if we were dead. And even these 2 people couldn't have got down to Kerrigan in time, so there wasn't really much point. They could have, I suppose, made a token gesture of doing it. Just itching the tongue. Sorry. Okay, so we're 3 and 3, but they have come well ahead of us now on the structure damage for. Here comes ETC, and there goes a couple of members of our team. I am not going to be able to do anything here without the rest of the team, so let's just throw out that, and we'll just go up top. There's no point in me being down there. We're going to go with faster recharge when damaged. I can't do anything myself against that until the rest of the team is here. That is exactly where they'll be. But what do you want me to do about it, basically? It's essentially it. Okay, we'll come down and help our Gul'dan. Our Gul'dan should be coming up here and helping us. Our Chen is out and about. Let's shrink that and hopefully get some damage done. Let's pop our ult in the hopes that we stay alive. We'll put W down on us and then put E. We'll keep our heals coming as much as possible. We'll hit E again. And good game. We lost. Oh well. We lost the game. How did we do? That's the main thing. How did we do? How do we think we played? We did overextend a couple of times, which is a shame. So our positioning wasn't 100% perfect. So let's have a look at our stats. We did get 3 kills. We got 11 assists. We got 5 deaths, which when you look at it compared to the rest of the team was pretty good. Siege damage 23, not great, but then again we were going full heal. Hero damage 22, not great, but then again we were healing. We did do 76k worth of healing, which when you take a look at the 55 Taronda did, we could have been better, but we could have been a lot worse as well. And our XP contribution wasn't too bad, I suppose. Our talents, if you want to know them. We got Protoss first thing, and that increases the range of our healing brew, our Q ability, by 30%, meaning we can throw it out further and catch more of our allies, essentially. At level 4, we took Mending Serpent. Now that, when we put our Cloud Serpent on a friendly unit, that heals them for 22 health for each auto attack it makes. Then Pitch Perfect at level 7. So we reduce our cost by 10 mana for 6 seconds after giving out a brew to an ally. It doesn't stack, as the tooltip says. Duplicate of 1,000 cups at level 10. As you saw, we rapidly toss out essentially our Q ability to nearby allies. Excuse me. So we restore a bunch of health over 6 seconds, and then Shrink Ray at level 13, which reduces the enemy's speed and attack, well, their damage, by 50% for 4 seconds. At level 16, we've got Serpent Sidekick. So when we cast our Serpent on an ally, we then also get a version on ourselves. Bear in mind, we've got this upgrade at level 4, so our Serpent heals as well. And then Kung Fu Hustle finally at level 20, so our abilities cool down, refresh 150% times faster when the Fast Feet is activated. Fast Feet is our trait, basically, meaning when we get damage we move slightly quicker for a few seconds. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like if you've liked it, please dislike if you don't like it, and please subscribe if you like the content that I'm putting out and want to see more of it and get notified when I do a video. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.